with the operator labeling the exchange as the arrival of a minor task force. In local news, a fire broke out at around 10:20 a.m. today on a 1,500-ton Russian fishing vessel docked at Kamcheon Port in Sahago District. The blaze reportedly started during ship dismantling work, and no injuries have been reported. The Busan Office of Education has launched its 2026 School Sports Team Integrity Monitoring Group to strengthen transparency in the management of school athletic programs. The initiative is linked to the Integrity EMAP system, which centralizes school sports team information for easier public access and oversight. The 12-member monitoring team, made up of education administration experts, will operate through February next year. It will regularly review annual operation plans and detailed spending reports while recommending data-driven transparency policies. The Education Office has also introduced a new monitoring management system for faster analysis and customized support alongside an integrity monitoring center to collect real-time feedback from school sports communities. The Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries will hold more than 140 marine culture and experience events nationwide from May 20th to 31st to mark the 31st Sea Day. Sea Day, observed annually on May 31st, highlights the economic, environmental, historical, and cultural importance of Korea's seas. This year's main ceremony will be held in Busan on May 27th, symbolizing the city's role as the nation's maritime capital. In international news, a new report from the Global Preparedness Monitoring Board warns the world remains poorly prepared for another pandemic despite lessons from COVID-19. The board, established by the World Health Organization and the World Bank, said growing outbreaks show global risks are increasing while preparedness efforts remain insufficient. Although billions have been invested in technologies like mRNA vaccines, the report says equitable access to vaccines, diagnostics, and treatments is worsening. It noted that mpox vaccines took nearly 2 years to reach affected African nations. And now for today's weather. Busan is expected to see mostly clear to partly cloudy skies throughout the day. Daytime highs will reach around 27 degrees, with fine dust levels remaining in the good range. The temperature in Busan is currently 25 degrees Celsius. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For My Busan with Laura McLuckie. BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday to you all out there. Let's start the show with a quote. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Yes, it's a famous quote attributed to Thomas Edison, who was often called the king of inventors. For 13 months, he repeatedly experimented and failed, using more than 6,000 different materials. And in the end, he successfully developed what? That's right. The light bulb that brightened nights around the world and still do. The man who experienced all of these failures, perhaps the most failures, eventually became known as one of the world's greatest inventors. And thank goodness, because good light does everything for a girl's complexion. Welcome to For My Busan. I'm your host, Laura McLuckie. All right, let's kick off the show. This is Heavenly by NCT Dream. 이제야 좀 알 것 같아 난 벼랑 끝에 선이 별 아래
항상 어딘가 먹먹했던 가슴이 이제야 바람처럼 뛰어 눈앞에 또 다른 세계 문을 열어 한 번도 상상한 적 없는 어딘가 어쩜 거기부터가 진짜 일이야 yeah. 비워둔 내 맘 가득 깊게 빛을 담아 하늘을 나는 봤었지 겁이 없었어 작은 그 아이 이제 마음이 나를 이끌어 조금 더 멀리 시간의 흐름조차 의미 없게 돼 파란 배경을 나는 작은 점 이제 보여 한 번도 가보지 못한 온 세상이 다 전율이 올라 바로 가는 대로 나를 맡기고 또 위로 하늘에 나는 가득히 내게 전하려 하는 일이 지금 내 마음이 나를 이끌어 지금 더 높이 더 멀리 더 멀리 더 멀리 heavenly 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 더 멀리 더 멀리 더 멀리 You're making me feel low heavenly heavenly heavenly
Oh, what a great song. What a great way to kick off Tuesday here at For My Busan. Welcome to the show. I'm Laura McLuckie and this is For My Busan on 90.5 and 103.3 FM. Welcome to BeFM 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다. That's a whisper. 반갑습니다. ASMR. Oh, do you know we should do an ASMR? An ASMR episode. It's going to either make people very, very happy or very, very angry. I predict the latter more than the former. However, not today. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. Why did I start with the story of Thomas Edison today? Well, because today is it World Invention Day or is it Korea's Invention Day? World Invention Day? Well, look at that. World Invention Day, 발명의 날. Have you ever wondered why something was invented when using it? Look at this, for example. The round of applause gadget. A round of applause. In case this is too hard. This is tough. So you just need to, I don't know, maybe you're driving and you need one hand to applaud good drivers on the road. Just kidding. Never do that. I'm just kidding. Okay. But I often think, why was that invented? At what point did someone think, do you know what we need? We need one. We need a device that holds bananas off the counter. A hook, perchance. And then someone said, you know what? I think I could make that. And then, the banana hook was born. Listen, I'm not judging. I'm a little bit judging. But I'm not saying that things don't need to be invented. But some things don't need to be invented, right? What do you think is the most useless invention that you've ever seen? There's so many. There are so many things I just thought, but why? It's the same way I feel about Guinness World Records. I think, but why? Why did this need to be a record? I get it. You're the oldest XYZ of something, right? Or you've run the fastest to this place up a hill. But there's certain things I think, nobody needed to discover that this was a thing. But, it takes all kind of sandwiches to make a picnic. And anyway, today is Invention Day. Have you ever thought, I'm going to stop making fun now. Have you ever thought, I could make something more convenient than this? Do you know what? I would love to say that I'm a potential inventor, but I'm really not. I'm very simple. I'm a very simple person. I like things to be just easy peasy. However, I'm glad that there's other people out there, smart people, that can make things in my life that make my life easy peasy. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. But, I don't know. What's your favorite invention? What's your most useless invention? Think about it. I'm going to ask you in a minute. But anyway, most people think, probably Edison has invented the most things in the world. There's actually someone who is said to have created even more inventions than Thomas Edison. That person is Yoshiro Nakamatsu, the eccentric Japanese inventor, also known as Dr. Nakamatsu. And very fun indeed. He has created 3,376 inventions. That number is still growing. He currently holds more patents, or patents, depending on where you're from, than Edison, who actually held a measly 1,093. Well, there we go. So what's very interesting, though, is that a lot of his inventions are quite unusual and fun. It's not so much this is very helpful for the progression of mankind. It's like, ooh, that's funny type things. But for example, he became famous, or maybe infamous, for inventions like jumping shoes that let people fly. That's cool. Also a wristwatch style mobile phone. Don't we have those? Anywho, now according to him, the secret to creating so many inventions is hard work. Effort. There's no secret. It's effort. You've just got to work hard. He spent his life investing in time, investing time in reading, investing in studying, investing in, different ways to optimize his awake time. And actually, he was inventing ways that he could optimize his waking hours and sleep just 4 hours a day. And I don't know. I don't think that's healthy. However, he's, still going. He says that people must have determination to achieve their goals. Never give up is what he says. If you have a goal, don't give up. Have you heard the story about the gold mine? There were some prospectors on a mountain, and they'd had a good tip off that there was gold in them here hills. And so they went with their axes, like good old prospector style. They were going through, dig, and they were digging for so long. And finally, the guy said, "Okay, do you know what, guys? Let's go home. There's no gold here. There's nothing here." So they all went home, and they left, and they abandoned the project. And another team kind of saw this project and thought, they were digging there for a long time. They got a tip. Why don't we just do a little bit of digging? And they dug for about 1 day, and they hit gold. Lots and lots and lots of gold. And the moral of the story here, I don't know whether this is true, but the moral of the story here is keep on going. If it's something you're passionate about, something you think is worth pursuing, no matter how many times people say, stop, no, rubbish, and they just keep going. And and then you'll get there. So today is Invention Day, and so let's talk about machines, devices, inventions around us. What is the one machine or home appliance or, invention that you think you absolutely cannot live without? So for me, what couldn't I live without? I could live without my smartphone. I couldn't live without, electricity is an obvious one, but I couldn't live without probably my laptop. Oh, but I love to make videos. Okay. Laptop and camera. Yeah. I don't need my phone. I don't need my smartphone. I can speak to people by email if I have to. I can get a little, bring, phone, landline. How about you, Pak PD? What about you? Smartphone. You couldn't live without it? Really? Do you know what? I think I could probably live without most things. Have you ever seen Castaway? Lighter. Fire. I can't live without fire. I like to cook my meat. Anyway, how about you? 여러분, 그러면은 여러분의 의견을 보내주시기 바랍니다. 우리 주변에 있는 기계나 가전제품 중에 아니면 그냥 물건, invention 중에 없어서는 안 될, 없다면 정말 불편하다고 느껴지는 물건은 무엇인가요? 정소기? 아니면 세탁기? 세탁기. 에어컨. 에어컨은 괜찮아요. 그리고 지금 듣고 싶은 노래도 신청해 주시기 바랍니다. 89050 샵 9050 or KakaoTalk. Send us your messages, send us your song requests, and you could be a winner today, and we'll gather them and play them in the second half. All right, lots coming up for you as always. Up next, it's Newsfeed.
System check complete. Destination set. Busan.
Flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're now making our approach to Busan. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. We've just landed. Welcome to For My Busan. Okie dokie, welcome to Newsfeed. This is where we go through the news together. Nothing too heavy, just some news updates from around the world, perhaps from here in Busan. So let's get into it. 3 today. The first one, around the world in one afternoon. Busan is getting ready for a big multicultural celebration this weekend. The 21st Busan Global Citizen Festival will take place this Saturday, May 23rd, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Northport Waterfront Park. It's especially meaningful this year because it marks both Together Day, or Segein Nar, and the 150th anniversary of Busan Port's opening. So that's very nice. Now, at the Busan Global Citizen Festival, you can experience cultures from all around the world. No passport or plane ticket needed. Themed zones will be a thing. You can go and try global foods and desserts, explore cultural booths from different countries, K-culture experiences like Korean snacks and beauty trends. And yes, the World Dessert Zone is where I will be. That's where you'll be, Pak PD. World Dessert Zone. Pak PD. If you don't know, Pak PD loves desserts. Oh, I didn't bring you any cupcakes today. Tomorrow I'll bring them. And then there'll be traditional games, clothing experiences, a global values zone, including topics like the UN Sustainable Development Goals and etc. There will also be shows throughout the day, K-pop performances, sister city performances, country dance battles, and perhaps the most exciting is that BeFM will be there as well with a very special public broadcast, the All-Star English Citizen Pop Song Singing Contest. So Minsu and Kim Jo-han will be there, among others. And so, yeah, I love these. It makes us all feel connected. So go and enjoy. You can see if you're joining us on YouTube, we've got those pictures up there for you to have a good old swatch at. A swatch. That's what we say to mean a look. Okay, so go and have a swatch. All right, up next. A birthday for Busan Concert Hall. 그러면은 Busan Concert Hall is celebrating its first anniversary this summer with a special festival. Classic Busan announced the first anniversary festival will run from July 2nd to July 8th. The festival will bring together world-class musicians, young local artists, and the Asia Philharmonic Orchestra, which is led by artistic director Chung Myung-hoon. Now, the festival opens on July 2nd with Beethoven's Choral Symphony performed by the Asia Philharmonic Orchestra and the Busan and Ulsan Metropolitan Choruses. And then on July 5th, artistic director Chung Myung-hoon and the Asia Philharmonic Orchestra will perform Mahler's Symphony No. 5. It's all very fabulous, isn't it? We need to get dressed up and drink something fabulous, water or something. On July 7th, the concert To the New World Together, 신세계로 함께, will feature Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto and Björk's From the New World. And tickets are open for members tomorrow, May 20th, at 2 p.m. And for the general public, which is the day after tomorrow, on May 21st, at again 2 p.m. So, Busan is very cultural, eh? Very highbrow. Let me get my little binocular. Hold on, where's my glasses? Hang on. This requires plastic lens glasses. Busan is very highbrow culturally, I feel. Absolutely. Got some little viewing binocs out. Sounds good. I'm definitely going to get involved with that. I want to go and check that out. Okay. Finally today, band camp, but for grown-ups. So did you know that across the US, adults are signing up for summer music camps? Not for kids, but for grown-ups. Band camp. Have you ever heard about band camp? I think it's a very American thing. However, they're playing instruments, they're joining ensemble, they're meeting new people and reconnecting with hobbies that they may have left behind decades ago. Of course, some are picking up an old instrument from school, others are trying something new, and the programs cover all kinds of music, from jazz to folk to rock to opera, chamber music, and even ukulele. So one woman in her 70s first went to band camp as a teenager in the 1970s. And decades later, she says she's still going and even started learning the trumpet. Funny story, I used to play the trumpet. I don't mean like mouth trumpet, which I play now very well, by the way. But I used to actually play the trumpet. Yeah. At first, I played the euphonium, and that was too big to carry around. You know what a euphonium is? It's like a mini tuba. You know what a tuba is? Brum, 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 brum. It's very, very big. But yeah, it's hard to carry in and out to school. So I played the trumpet. Very fun, but difficult. Actually, I love this. I love it when people reignite their hobbies, or, you know, we have hobbies that we've abandoned, don't we? I used to play trumpet. I used to play violin. I used to, I don't know, various other things. So yeah, maybe get back into it. The point of these camps, of course, not perfection. It's connection. 여러분 같이 하는 거를 더 재미있게, 더 즐겁게 할 수 있잖아요. So people go to play music together, they make friends, they share meals, yada yada yada. And one adult music program has a motto, your best is good enough. 네, 자기 할 수 있는 만큼은 충분합니다. 맞아요. 우리 인생은 그거는 모토잖아요. 할 수 있는 만큼은 충분하다. 이 순간에서 충분합니다. And you know what? That's the most healing sentence of the day. So there we go. I think I would hate to go to band camp, mostly because, you might not believe this, but I'm quite socially uncomfortable. You know? I'm quite socially, not shy. But 저는 사실은 소셜 병 아니지만 뭐 어떻게 말하면 되지? 부끄러움이 좀 있어요. 너? 있는데요. 근데 일하면 하면서 문제가 없어요. 근데 소셜하게 내가 누구 만나야 되면 일 말고 좀 소셜한 소셜 사회 그런 상황에서 제가 약간 억울하네. 싫어요. Anyway, that was today's news feed. Global Festival at Northport. Busan Concert Hall's first birthday. Grown-ups rediscovering the joy of band camp. Lots and lots of things going on here in Busan and across the world as well. Okay, I'm going to play you Problem by Ariana Grande and Iggy Azalea. Then we'll come back with On the Mic, Made in Busan by Cadra. So it will be in Korean, and then we'll come back with a little English after that. 여러분, 어디 가지 마세요. 네, 잠시 후에도 뵙겠습니다.
It's Iggy X. I got one more problem with you, girl. Hey.
Hey baby, even though I hate you, I wanna love you, I want you. And even though I can't forget you, I really want to, I want you. Tell me, baby, why can't you leave me? 'Cause even though I shouldn't want it, I gotta have it, I want you. Hey, like a love got no weight on my shoulder. I should be wise to realize that I got
One less problem without you. I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem without you.
I got one less problem.
One less problem without you. I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem without you.
I got one less problem. I know you're never gonna wake up. I gotta give up, but it's you. I know I should never call back. I let you come back, but it's you. Every time you touch me and say you love me,
got more money there and I'll be better off without you. In no time I'll be forgetting all about you. You saying that you know, but I really, really doubt you. Understand my life is easy when I ain't around you. Iggy, Iggy, too biggie to be his present. I'm thinking I love the thought of you more than I love your presence. And the best thing now is probably for you to exit. I let you go, let you back. I finally learned my lesson. No hair stepping either, you wanted it, you just playing. I'm listening to you knowing I can't believe what you're saying. It's a million you, baby boo, so don't be dumb. I got 99 problems, but you won't be one. Like what?
One last problem. One last problem. Head in the clouds, got no weight on my shoulder. I should be wiser and realize that I've got one less problem without you. I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem without you. One less problem without you. I got 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 one less
Welcome to On the Mic, Made in Busan. 하우스, 펑크, 디스코까지 장르를 가리지 않고 부산을 흔들고 있는 DJ 아코 씨 모시겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 현재 부산에서 DJ이자 프로듀서로 활동하고 있는 아코시입니다. 주로 하우스 기반의 음악을 만들고 있고요. 그리고 주말에는 하우스뿐만 아니라 올드펑크, 디스코, 그리고 다양한 장르의 음악들을 디제잉하면서 DJ로서도 활동하고 있습니다.
와, 소개만으로 벌써 너무 멋있어요. 근데 이런 장르들이 좀 생소하신 분들도 있을 것 같은데 어떤 매력에 끌려서 이런 장르들로 활동을 하고 계신 건지 장르 소개를 좀 해주실 수 있을까요?
일단 말씀하신 대로 처음에는 좀 재즈 피아노로 작곡을 이제 했어서 그런지 이런 코드나 그루브에 대한 관심이 자연스럽게 생겼었던 것 같아요.
네.
그러다가 이제 전자음악을 접하게 되면서 이러한 재즈적인 요소들이 하우스랑 디스코에도 많이 녹아있다라는 걸 알게 됐고 그때부터 이런 장르들에 좀 더 이제 끌리게 된 것 같은데 이제 하우스는 반복적인 구조 안에서 미묘한 변화로 분위기를 만들어가는 매력이 있고요. 그리고 디스코나 올드펑크는 사람을 자연스럽게 이제 움직이게 만드는 에너지랑 그루브가 굉장히 강한 장르라고 생각을 해서 저는 이제 이러한 장르들을 기반으로 좀 사람들이 편하게 즐기면서 몸으로 느낄 수 있는 그런 음악들을 만들고 DJ로서 그런 흐름을 이어가려고 하고 있습니다.
네, 진짜 설명해 주시는 것만으로 벌써 몸이 막 들썩이는 것 같아요. 근데 이 디제잉이라는 게 다른 음악 퍼포먼스들이랑 좀 다르게 리스너분들하고 정말 긴밀히 교류하는 장이잖아요. 동시에 굉장히 많은 걸 읽어내야 되는 어려운 일 같은데 이제 DJ로서 첫 발을 내디뎠을 때 어떤 모습이었는지 혹시 좀 기억을 하고 계세요?
처음에 DJ를 이제 시작을 했을 때는 이제 말씀해 주신 대로 좀 굉장히 떨렸었어요. 왜냐하면 이제 리스너들의 반응을 좀 실시간으로 읽으면서 이제 플레이를 좀 해야 한다라는 게 좀 생각보다 쉽지는 않았고
네.
그리고 이제 좀 몇 번 좀 해보니까 이게 사람들이 어떤 순간에 반응을 하고 이제 조금씩 사람들이 몸을 움직이게 되는지 그런 것들을 느끼게 되면서 그런 흐름들을 좀 나름 즉흥적으로 만들어 나가는 그런 재미를 알게 된 것 같아요. 그리고 이제 좀 특히나 좀 가장 이제 기억에 남았을 때가 아무래도 제가 이제 프로듀싱을 하다 보니까
네네.
제가 만든 음악을 이제 클럽에서 틀었을 때 사람들이 좀 호응을 해주고 이렇게 몸을 움직이는 그런 반응들을 볼 때가 가장 아무래도 좀 제일 즐거운 경험인 것 같아서 그런 경험들을 좀 계속 이어가고자 아직도 음악을 하고 있습니다.
네, 그러면 이렇게 선곡을 하고 이렇게 DJ 셋을 준비하실 때 아코시님이 특별히 좀 신경 쓰시는 그런 부분이 있을까요?
저는 좀 선곡을 할 때 각각의 곡이 좀 좋은 것도 되게 중요하지만 곡과 곡 사이의 흐름을 제일 중요하게 생각을 하는 편인 것 같아요.
네.
단순히 좋은 곡들을 나열하는 것보다는 이 공간에서 사람들이 어떤 에너지를 느끼고 그리고 그 흐름을 좀 자연스럽게 이어주는 거에 대해서 좀 많이 신경을 쓰고 있는 것 같고요. 그래서 좀 어느 정도 셋을 좀 미리 준비를 해가긴 하지만 항상 현장은 너무나 다르기 때문에
그쵸.
좀 반응을 보면서 유연하게 이렇게 바꾸는 편인 것 같습니다.
정말 이렇게 멋진 아코시님의 공연을 저도 너무 감사히 즐기고 있는데요. 아코시님의 시작이 어땠는지도 조금 더 궁금해요. 활동명이 또 아코시, 이런 이름을 어떻게 쓰시게 된 건지, 아코시라는 이름은 또 쓰신 지 얼마나 되셨는지도 궁금합니다. 궁금합니다.
활동명인 아코시는 이제 제가 좋아하는 어떤 애니메이션의 캐릭터에서 좀 영감을 받긴 했는데
네네네.
그 캐릭터의 이름을 그대로 이제 쓰기보다는 좀 스펠링을 아예 뒤집음으로써 좀 기존의 것을 새로운 시선으로 바라보고 싶다라는 의미를 좀 담았고요.
네.
제 음악도 조금 기존의 요소들을 좀 재해석하는 방향을 또 지향을 하고 있고요. 그래서 이제 프로듀서로서의 활동은 본격적으로 한 2년 정도 되었고 이제 DJ로서의 활동은 이제 한 1년 정도가 넘어가는 것 같습니다.
그 DJ 활동을 지금 부산을 기반으로 하고 계시죠. 부산에는 근데 어떻게 오시게 된 건지도 궁금해요.
원래 이제 부산 사람은 아니고요.
네네.
이제 결혼을 하게 되면서 부산으로 오게 됐는데
네네네.
사실 오기 전에는 좀 되게 부산이라는 곳이 좀 여행지라는 느낌이 되게 강했어요. 그런데 이제 막상 와서 조금 지내보니까 이 도시 자체가 주는 에너지나 분위기가 굉장히 좀 매력적으로 느껴지더라고요.
네.
그리고 특히 이제 음악적으로도 다양한 씬이 이제 형성이 되어 있어서 활동하기에도 굉장히 좋은 환경이라고 생각을 했고요. 지금은 이제 부산에서의 활동을 꾸준히 이어가고 있습니다.
네, 그렇군요. 뮤지션으로서도 그러면 부산이 굉장히 매력적인 도시인가요?
네, 부산에서 활동할 수 있는 공간들은 좀 꾸준히 생기고 있는 편이라
네.
되게 DJ로서 프로듀서로서도 활동할 수 있는 기회가 충분히 좀 있다고 느끼고는 있어요.
아, 그렇군요.
네, 그런데 이제 서울에 비해서는 시장 자체가 조금 더 작다 보니까
네네.
다양한 시도를 하기에는 조금 아쉬운 부분이 있기는 한데 그래도 부산이라는 도시 자체가 분위기나 에너지가 굉장히 독특해서 좀 뮤지션으로서의 영감을 많이 받을 수 있는 곳이라고 생각을 합니다.
아, 그렇군요. 사실 요즘은 어디서든 글로벌하게 활동이 가능해진 그런 시대잖아요. 부산에서 작업을 하신다는 게 꼭 부산에서만 작업을 한다는 뜻은 아닐 것 같아요. 실제로 최근 헝가리에서 앨범을 발매하시기도 했죠.
말씀해주신 것처럼 좀 요즘은 지역이랑 국가에 크게 구애받지 않고 활동할 수 있는 환경이라고 저는 생각을 해요. 그래서 부산에서 작업을 하고는 있지만 이제 온라인상으로 해외 아티스트들이랑 협업을 하거나 레이블을 통해 이제 음악을 발매하면서 자연스럽게 글로벌하게 활동을 이어가고 있어요. 다만 작업을 혼자 하는 시간이 좀 많다 보니까 아이디어가 막히거나 좀 보컬곡 같은 경우에는 해외 보컬 아티스트들과 주고받고 하다 보니까 추상적인 표현으로 좀 소통을 해야 되는 부분이 어렵게 느껴지기도 하는데 그래도 뭐 그런 과정을 거치면서 점점 저만의 방향을 좀 더 명확하게 잡아가고 있는 것 같아요. 또 이제 부산에서 동료 음악가들이랑 좀 교류를 이렇게 하면서 서로 자극을 받으면서 작업을 하고 있고요.
네.
이런 로컬 그리고 글로벌 경험이 함께 쌓이면서 앞으로 좀 더 다양한 활동으로 이어질 수 있을 것 같습니다.
와, 정말 이렇게 부지런히 달리고 계신다는 게 느껴지는데 그럼 10년 후에 아코 씨는 어디에서 뭘 하고 있을까요?
앞으로는 좀 제 색깔이 좀 잘 드러나는 트랙들을 좀 꾸준히 발매를 하고 싶고
네.
또 국내뿐만 아니라 해외에 더 많은 사람들과 음악을 통해서 좀 같은 에너지를 좀 나누고 싶은데 아무래도 이제 10년 후에는 지금보다 좀 더 다양한 무대에서 플레이를 하고 싶고요. 그리고 제가 만든 음악이 당연히 더 많아야겠죠. 그래서 제가 만든 음악으로 더 많은 사람들이랑 연결될 수 있는 그런 아티스트로서 좀 성장해 있고 싶습니다.
와, 벌써 너무 기대가 됩니다. 아쉽지만 저희 이제 마지막 질문인데요. 좋아하는 영어 단어를 좀 하나 나눠주실 수 있을까요?
저는 옵티미스틱이라는 단어를 굉장히 좋아해요.
네.
제가 되게 좋아하는 곡의 제목이기도 하고 그 단어가 주는 분위기가 되게 좋더라고요. 되게 뭐 낙천적인 뭐 약간 이런 의미잖아요.
네네네.
그래서 항상 이제 음악을 혼자 작업을 하다 보면 생각대로 잘 안 풀리고 그리고 이제 혼자 작업을 하다 보니까 스스로를 계속 다잡아야 되는 순간들이 너무 많아서
네.
그럴 때 좀 스스로에게 계속 되뇌이는 단어인 것 같아서 단순히 좋아하는 단어를 넘어서 제가 앞으로도 계속 유지하고 싶은 태도이자 방향이라고 생각을 해요.
아, 감사합니다. 저희 오늘 이렇게 부산을 흔들고 있는 DJ 아코 씨 모시고 얘기 나눴습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
너무 좋았습니다. 너무너무 좋아요. 카드라 우리 리포터님 맞습니다. So thank you to our reporter Cadra and to our interviewee, DJ and producer Akoshi Nim. So thank you for introducing another wonderful guest, first of all. Akoshi Nim actively works across not just house music but also old school funk and disco based in Busan. So it was fascinating to hear about the journey from starting out with jazz to becoming a DJ who moves people's hearts and minds and bums on the dance floor. So it was it was nice to hear such a vivid story as well about working within Busan's local music scene. 그래서 여러분, 아코시 DJ한테 관심을 많이 가져주시면 감사하겠습니다. 자, 넘어갈게요. Alright, listen, we've got lots and lots coming up for you very quickly. 오늘 우리 주변에 있는 오늘 발명 맞아요. 발명의 날입니다. 발명의 날이고요. 그래서 여러분은 우리 주변에 있는 기계나 뭐 가전제품 중에 없어서는 안 됨. 아니면 물건을 뭐 예를 들면 뭐 휴대폰 아니면 뭐 랩탑 아니면 뭐 등등 그런 물건은 없으면 안 돼. 그렇게 생각하는 게 있다면 네 알려주시기 바랍니다. 이유도 같이 보내주시면 감사하고요. 그리고 신청곡도 받고 있습니다, 여러분. Get in touch. We're gonna play everything in the second half. It's Invention Day. Ooh, it's Invention Day today, and so tell us what invention you cannot live without and why. And also tell us a song you want to listen to as well. 네, 오렌지 캣님 says. 오, 부산에 계신 외국인 DJ님 듣는 거. 맞아. 어디 계세요? 어디? California. Oh yeah, California. Remember that?
California girls.
That's the one. Yeah. If you didn't know already, Haley's in the studio, so let's get it. TTT. It's time for Try the Trend. TTT, Haley's in the house. Ta, ta.
California girls for unforgettable.
Where are you
anyways,
from?
Washington.
Well, I mean,
we're two
that
states
was,
of Seattle.
That doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, Washington girls are
are
in frizzy hair because it's just raining all the time, and in windbreakers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But
It's
happy
not as
birthday!
fun.
We have a birthday.
Whose birthday
amongst
is it?
이현우님.
이현우님?
Yes.
누구지?
On our chat. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, 이현우님. 오,
Yay.
축하드립니다. 잠깐만.
On Invention Day, no less.
Yeah.
Best invention of all.
Best invention of all.
Yes.
Look at that. Anyway, this is TTT, Haley. Try the trend. Not
TT, not you, but
not
TTT. So I go out there or
Yes.
stay in and try different trends.
Yes.
So last week I tried the no spending challenge.
Oh,
for
yeah.
3 days. That was fun. I mean, I didn't spend for 2 days, and then day 3 was kind of mooching off of people. The reason I did that ties into this week's trend because I went on a trip
Oh.
recently, beginning of May, and then spent a boatload of money, as one does.
Whoops.
Oops. I mean, as one does. And then,
was worth
it was worth it because you've got it. And then there's this month, it's Children's Day, Parents' Day. Speaking of inventions, I bought my parents a robot vacuum cleaner. I think we are attached. It is the most valued, it is the MVP of our family.
But do you not feel sad for it when it
Why?
can't find its way home?
Oh.
I get
Yikes.
notifications on my phone and it says robot is at a cliff. I'm like, okay, melodramatic, very dramatic.
It's like a mat. It's
where
a
have you
bathroom mat.
gone?
Yeah, like
You're
what
at a
cliff?
cliff.
What cliff?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it got me thinking. I'm spending money on this trip, not sponsored. Hashtag 내돈내산. Might as well turn this into a segment.
좋아요.
Yes, so I was thinking about that. So what's a travel trend? Making content. I mean, I think at this point, it's less of a trend. It's not viral as much as just a solid core of the internet on
Yeah.
social media.
It's 기본.
Travel vlogs with the V, they are already kind of a saturated market, a blue ocean, if you will. So I, a relative, full-out newcomer, a newbie, a rookie, with my life jacket strapped on, decided to dip my toes into that blue ocean.
좋겠다. 여러분 오늘 우리 여행 간다.
여행을 갔다 온 virtual trips. So yeah, let's dive right into it. So I want to know, because you are pretty social media savvy, do you make contents? Do you make vlogs? I mean, everyday life or when you travel?
I don't make everyday life vlogs. I enjoy making, like on my private one, I make stuff with my family and kids so we can look back over the years. On my public facing one, I make contents about my parents. I make contents about where I go and do, but not daily vlogs like look at my life, look at my car, look at my
Right.
house, nothing like that.
And I'm
But-
assuming, because I
Yeah.
don't see anyone,
you don't have a team. It's pretty much self
It's me, yeah. I
with
just
your
do
phone.
me. And then these days, no, I have some tech because
Okay.
I do a lot of filming for other stuff too. But yeah, I now have one intern who's going to help me and do some stuff because
All
I
right.
want to
You wanna
do more.
expand. Yeah.
I love it.
That's
It's so fun.
exciting. So I want to ask you, the listeners, too. How do you document your trips? 여러분 여행 가실 때 혹은 일상 기록 어떻게 하시나요? Do you take lots of photos? Do you take videos? Do you make content? Do you make vlogs, reels, shorts, and whatnot? Okay, so me, I'm the opposite. I like photography, but I don't take photos of myself. So I looked this up because in my gallery I could. I also get exhausted really easily. Like when someone's 기빨려요. 사진이 찍히면 조금 기빨려요. So I looked it up because you can categorize by people. So I've had my same, not the phone, but same account for 10 years. I have 607 pictures of myself across 10 years. Not that many. I have 608 pictures of my nephew. Do that. It's actually really entertaining.
Let me see.
여러분 이 핸드폰 갤러리에 들어가셔서요. 사람별로 구별이 가능하잖아요. Look up how many pictures of yourself, others. So I looked up my nephew, 608 pictures of my nephew. So he has one more picture of me than me. And then, by the way, my most commonly photographed item, food. 1,600 plus.
Wow. So I've got 1,600 items of me. I've got, well, not 16, 1,553. And then children,
Many.
yeah, many
more.
Many.
Right. So as you look that up, and that got me thinking, so why do people make these vlogs, reels, shorts, all the contents? Because I think especially for a group trip, it's fun. It is a lot of fun. I tried it with my friends years and years ago. It's an activity that can bring people together, and it can be a part of your trip. Because they're unique. They're really fun visual memories. Like I especially like the one where you kind of line up in front of a camera and you like high five or you do the clap and it cuts to the next trip destination, and then you keep going and keep going and keep going. So, you know, it's just fun.
It's just fun.
And it's an activity to do.
And it's also nice to have that memory. That's why I started 별스타그램 because I wanted to keep it like 기록.
Yeah.
It's like my life's diary.
Exactly. It is your life's diary. And I think because we don't really develop photos anymore. We don't. 사진 현상 잘 안 하잖아요. And then my phone's been yelling at me for the past 2+ years, like, your cloud's non-existent. I'm like, yeah, you know, so I like to just upload it onto social media. And then these are highlights. Also, speaking of social media, for many people, this is a source of profit. Views generate profit. So, you know, you can use viral clips or sounds, the what I ate in a day, the spend the day with me, and ranking of best spots. But here comes a unique challenge for me. I'm a solo traveler. I was for that particular trip. I went to Turkey, by the way, Turkey. So it's hard getting a picture of myself, let alone a whole video. Like, what am I going to do? And I also didn't want to be that person just walking around with like a selfie stick, talking into my phone, because I felt like that would ruin my trip. Like consistently being on and being documented. So I had to do some research, looking for some doable short clips that'll still get me a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I stayed mostly right in line. So enter the jump into your destination clip. Let's cue.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a little bit of, if you're on our YouTube page, that was me at the airport. And I was really self-conscious. And if you can tell with me at the airport, you can see the tripod. That's how like not skilled I am. You can see my pathetic little tripod. Yeah, because I don't know how to work that thing. I had to borrow a tripod from my friend, from my sister, who's also my friend, from my sister that I've never used before. But guys, it's so...
You made some content.
I made some content, but I was super self-conscious about it because that's an airport.
Yeah.
That was a gate.
Yeah.
They're humans, fellow travelers, fellow humans. And I don't think people cared because people generally don't care about what you do unless you're being disruptive.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
and
cared.
It's so common. People see way more out there things than what you did.
But then for me, it's like 처음이 어렵잖아요. Like the first time, I was like, oh my God. So I had to like wait.
It's very symbolic. You took a jump. You took a leap.
I took a leap. I took a tiny little like bump. But but you do have to have a bit of thick skin to a certain extent. So people did look a little bit because I was like jumping, setting up a tripod. And the thing is, after that, I saw another like actual creator with the selfie stick talking into her phone. So I was like, 동지다. Not really. I'm sure she has, subscribers and whatnot.
OC Orange Cat name says nobody cares anymore.
That's true. Nobody cares anymore.
그것도 맞아요.
But then, 고수님 saying 나는 절대 못할 것 같다.
할 수 있지.
But, it's more of an internal thing. Just I'm not that kind of a person. And then I arrived at the destination. I had to pick a spot to make the next clip.
Yeah.
So I chose a blue mosque. Obviously, I wasn't going to do that inside because that's super disrespectful. Because you do need a visual, like a wow factor, but not with so many people walking around you because you got to respect people's privacy. Also, I didn't carry my tripod then because I was walking 25,000 steps and I just wasn't looking for an extra clunk of metal. So I had to like find a tree. And then rest my phone on the stump of the tree and just figure it out. So you see a lot of the ground. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to cue clip number 2. This is a viral sound, so we're going to take a look.
One by one, twist my wrist. Goes like this, start with a track, eyes on me, arching my back, just like this, here for the night, point right in, just keep watching. Goes like this, move from the back, eyes on me, hey like that, just like this, here for
How do people, that's so cringe. For me. I hope you enjoy it. I had kind of fun, filming it, but that was really, really fun looking at it.
You're so cute. Listen,
Thank
that's so nice.
Thank you.
I love it. You can put that on your social media.
That was fun.
And I think the scariest thing about putting yourself out there on social media is that because you're kind of shy, you think, what are other people going to think about me?
Exactly.
And that's what it is. And here's the thing. Once you put one out, then you can put another one and
That's
another
the
one.
thing.
And who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? Because if I put that up, that's going to generate like a handful of views and it's going to get buried in the millions of contents.
Even still, you're so cute and you made something and you stepped outside your comfort zone. I think that's so impressive. It's not easy to do something like that.
So that was in me in the car, doing do you want to get kebabs? Where? And by the way, for our radio listeners, you basically it works better with 2 people.
Yeah.
But you do like, do you want to get croissants? And the other person says, where? And you have multiple clips of you shrugging and then cut to like you in front of the Eiffel Tower.
You're doing the trends.
Yes, I'm doing the trend. So this is thus the TT.
See, I never do any trends. Like I did one trend where it was my husband and I, the secret to a happy relationship, and it had my husband's, it had the picture of both of us, and then the secret to our happy relationship, and then it cut to my husband, and it had like one by one, good at finances, good
the
planning,
check,
stability, the check,
You're
check,
like,
and
you
then
bring the
mine is
vibes.
good afternoon, good evening, good night.
I love that. I love that. And those are kind of fun,
Those are
right?
cute, yeah.
Okay, so those were definitely the shorter clips. And here's a final one. We're only going to listen to parts of it because, surprise, I talk for a long time.
Good.
We're going to get unready with me.
Ooh.
Get unready with me for my last night in Istanbul. So this is a fancy setup. I have my tripod, which I've used a grand total of once this entire trip. So that was a great use of my suitcase space. All right, so I'm actually gonna take off my makeup in front of camera, which I'm a little, not nervous, but it's weird. Never done that before. Okay, so obviously this is not sponsored. So
it's not sponsored.
I love that you're just sitting
It's
here in the
my
studio going,
little zippy bag.
please turn it off. Please
It's
turn
so
it
cringe.
off.
That's
I
super
love
cringe.
it.
But I
It's
actually
not.
had fun filming that one because, again, solo traveler, talkative person, put that together. I just wasn't very verbal that day.
Yeah.
So me like yammering, and that was a fun way to kind of unwind and reflect. Maybe we can work with our social media team and just post that onto our tube. We'll see. So
You
takeaway.
look fabulous. Where did you stay?
thank you.
5-star hotel?
Thank you. That was like my one. It's a bathrobe. It is the bathrobe really ties I know. I like waited until I went to a hotel that gave me a bathrobe, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna like luxuriate. So it's about balance, and here's my takeaway: because how much, as a non-influencer, as a non-profit generating content maker, how much of my time do I want to spend filming or planning to film and getting that perfect shot? Because even that really poor airport jump with the tripod. Took me 3 shots. I know, guys, that was my 3rd shot. You guys. And planning is a must because you want to plan out the videos you want to make so you can do the shrug or the high five or the check. But then also privacy. My privacy and other people's privacy. Again, as a solo female traveler or with kids, especially families, you don't want to advertise in real time where you are.
Yeah.
Because, that. And then also other people's privacy. And of course, the rules and perceptions are less strict outside of South Korea and maybe Japan. However, I still don't want random people's faces in the back of my video.
Well, that's it. I mean, for me, I think when I do group shots of being far away, I tend to not blur everyone's face out because it takes a lot of like post-production. It's a lot of editing. If you can't really identify and it's a public place, I assume that people are being filmed regardless. People film you anyway. But if there's any kind of very obvious faces,
like in your
you
face,
blur it out
exactly.
and you just don't let that be.
Also, maybe the upside of solo traveling and trying to make content is that it's just me. So I can spend as much time or as little time. But what about it's a group trip?
Yeah.
Is everybody on board with doing the and the high five and the jumping at every single destination you go to? Is everybody comfortable with you guys on like a time lapse every meal you eat? I'm not. It's irony of me talking about this, but I have a friend whom I went on a trip with, and she wanted to do a fast forward time lapse thing of every meal. No. I'm like, I don't want me shoved. I'm not cute when I eat. And
I mean, even still, cute or not cute, just let me eat my food.
Exactly. I want to eat in peace. I want to not worry about it. And final bit, editing, the post-production. I'm intern, CEO, model, photographer, whatever. So I use the Inbergram, the function, where they do make it fairly easy. But if you're doing the shrug, you need the shrug on cue, on beat. And then with the jumping, I wanted to match the jump to Ive's song, when it reaches the climax. So again, I've only made like 3 or 4 reels before. So those 2, which like collectively are not even 30 seconds, took me half an hour.
Well, see, that's pretty good going.
That's true.
That's pretty good going. So I will make a 20-minute video, and with all the things that I like after everything's said and done, it could take me like 5 hours, and it depends. It could take me up to 10 hours with subtitles, editing, like all the music. Yeah.
So it is definitely a fairly big barrier to entry of, well, I mean, yes, we want that as a memory, but then it's also how perfect you want it. If it's like roughly on beat, then are you going to be okay with it? Or do you want it like on cue every single time?
Yeah.
So, so I went to Seasoned Pros with blue check marks and their interviews with various content asked, for example, how to make these clips, and they all say, I mean, if you want to make it big or like generate views, trending music, the trending audio clips, it's a must, but also keep it authentic and real because joy is infectious and people enjoy you having fun.
Yeah.
And also, that's something that resonated. Just post, don't make it perfect, and I will end on that note.
We love it. It was so fun. Please make more. I will watch them. Haley, thank you so much for TTT. We'll see you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I'll see you back here at 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
Your Bridge to the World. BeFM 부산 영어방송.
자갈치 시장의 활기찬 목소리, 영도 앞바다를 수놓은 은빛 윤슬, 우리가 지켜온 부산의 소중한 모습들입니다. 이제 부산은 그 이상의 내일을 준비합니다. 첨단을 달리는 에코 델타시티의 일상부터 가덕도 신공항의 하늘길, 그리고 유라시아와 북극을 잇는 북극 항로까지 세계를 향한 거침없는 도약, 그 엔진은 바로 부산 사람입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
당신의 자부심이 부산의 미래를 만듭니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
All-Star English 특집 공개 방송 Beyond K-Sound. 한국에서 세계로 K-사운드가 라이브로 펼쳐집니다. R&B, 트로트, 판소리, 글로벌 버스킹까지 한 무대에서. 미국 출신 트로트 가수 마리아, 프랑스 출신 소리꾼 마포로르, 882만 뷰의 촛불 하나 버스킹 영상으로 화제를 모은 영국 출신 안코드. Global Voices, One K-Sound. R&B legend Kim Jo-han and global K 외국인 stars are taking over Busan. 저 신민수, Campbell Asia, and one and only Kim Jo-han의 진행으로 All-Star English Special Outdoor Event Beyond K-Sound 5월 23일 토요일 12시 부산 북항 친수공원에서 만나요.
Hi, I'm Roberto Fernandez from Mallorca, Spain. I have been living here in Busan for more than 5 years with my Korean wife and twin boys. Back in 2020, I was invited to a game by a friend of mine. Since in Spain, football is the most beloved sport, baseball really drew my attention. In Sajic Baseball Stadium, everyone was singing the chants loudly, and that space was filled with the vibes of Busan. Everyone could truly become one body and one mind, sharing all the feelings of joy and sorrow. When I first visited here in Busan, I didn't have a family. But now, I have the whole Giants family as well as my own family. Once Busan Galmegi, you are forever Busan Galmegi. Global City Busan, we're in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BeFM, 부산 영어방송.
셰프 에드워드 데이입니다. 빨리빨리 한국 사람들은 이 말을 입에 달고 살더군요. 하지만 걸음을 멈추는 모습에 놀랐습니다.
제가 들어드릴게요.
여기 앉으세요.
가장 빠른 나라 대한민국에는 가장 따뜻한 멈춤이 있습니다. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
엄마가 얘기하는 거 따라해봐. 부산이 좋아요.
부산이 좋아요.
For my 부산.
For my 부산. 부산으로 오세요. For my 부산.
부산? For my 부산.
부산 하면 For my Busan.
하나, 둘, 셋.
부산 is good. For my 부산.
You are listening to For My Busan.
빠라바라바 바빠라바라. Hello, welcome back. Hello, 안녕하세요. 환영합니다. Oh, do you know what? I don't enjoy the way that I look in the old monitor here. And so apologies to all of you on YouTube Live. Whoops. 5 o'clock, actually 5:01 p.m. It's Tuesday, the 19th of May. And welcome back to For My Busan on 90.5 and 103.3 FM. 여기는 BeFM입니다. This is BeFM, Busan English Broadcasting. 아니면 한국말로 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다. 네, 우리 6시까지 쭉 계속 있을 거예요. We're going to be here with you until 6 p.m. this evening, and we've got lots and lots for you today. Today, we'd like you to share your stories about the most convenient or essential machines or device in your life. And the reason is it's 발명의 날, 발명의 날입니다. 의 is very hard for me to say. 발명의 날. I can't not say 의. It's got to go up for me. 발명의. Anyway, 넘어갈게요. So it's World Invention Day. And so we're talking about inventions. What is your invention of choice and why? And also send in your request songs. We will gather them all and play them in the second half of the show when we make a playlist together. 네, 여러분 환영합니다. 계속해서 여러분의 참여를 기다립니다. 세상에서 없어지면 안 될 가장 편리한 기계는 무엇이라고 생각하시는지 궁금합니다. 이유도 같이 보내주시고요. 그리고 지금 듣고 싶은 노래도 신청해 주시기 바랍니다. 우리 2부에서 My Busan 플레이리스트에서 우리 플레이리스트 같이 만들어서 여러분 신청곡으로 그리고 한 명 뽑아서 상품 보내드리겠습니다. 그래서 참여 많이 부탁드립니다. 샵 9050 pound 9050 Kakao Talk or YouTube Live. Text messages are 101. Everything else is free, provided you have a device. For me, I don't know. I would say probably, I don't want to say smartphone because I think I could live without my smartphone. But I still need a phone. No, I want to say phone. Phone is the thing for me. I don't want to have to live without it, but I could, you know? On the other hand, what could I not live without? I don't think there's anything, you know? I think we could really live without most things. If we have shelter and water and food and heat, then, you know, we could return to simpler times. But I guess for the convenience of life, I would say, okay, smartphone. Smartphone, because you can do pretty much everything with your smartphone these days, 그죠? Yeah. Remember the days when your teacher said, you need to learn maths because you won't walk around with a calculator in your pocket in the future? 박 PD도 그 수학 선생님 그렇게 말씀하셨어요. 이렇게 what's calculator? 계산기. 계산기가 이렇게 우리는 수학이 너무 귀찮다 아니면 싫어 아니면 왜 배워야지 항상 선생님한테 여쭤봤어요. 근데 선생님이 미래에 계산기가 주머니 안에서 다닐 수가 있나? 안 돼. 그래서 배워야. 그러게 했는데 근데 우리는 계산기가 있지. 상상도 못했던 인생입니다. 그 세상입니다. 그죠? 아무튼 how about you? What is the thing that you cannot give up? Anyway, I love this. We've got lots of people in the chat today. Hello. 여러분 안녕하세요. 예, 메시지를 많이 보내주셔서 감사합니다. We've got 조연철님 texting in, 정님 texting in, 태숙님 texting in, 미래님, 제이슨님. Let me click over here just very quickly. I like to get everybody in. 0311님, hello. How are you? 2806번님. Hello. We've got 2865님 texting in. 4218님. 안녕하세요. 네. You just send it to the same number. You can send your 신청곡 to the same number. Any way that you communicate with us, just send it there and we'll gather it all and we'll read it in the second half. All right. Now it is a Tuesday, which means we have our weekly PD segment. This week it's Tae-soo PD in Zoom in Busan segment. So let's go and explore some neighborhoods with BeFM reporters and discover some hidden gems.
Lights, camera, action, baby. Zoom out, okay. Zoom in, zoom out, okay. Zoom in, zoom out, okay.
맞아요. Zoom in Busan. It's 최희수 PD의 did you know 최희수, is she 막내 PD? 최희수 is our 막내 PD here at BeFM. And every Tuesday at this time, our newbie producers or our newest producers bring us their very own segments. These are video segments, so please head on over to YouTube and check out BeFM. We will play this. It's a video segment, so please do join in if it's safe to do so. If you're driving, please don't obviously do that. So let's see. Zoom in Busan segment is about hidden gems here in beautiful Busan for both locals and international visitors. So shall we get into it? Let's get it.
Welcome to Zoom in. Welcome to Zoom in Busan. Each week, we explore different places, meet visitors and locals to discover what makes each location truly special. Hi, this is Steve, and I'm a daily reporter for the second episode of Zoom in Busan. So today, we're heading to a place where the old and the new blend perfectly. A place that smells like freshly roasted beans and sweet desserts. We are at Jeonpo Cafe Street. Now, we're going to see if people can recognize Jeonpo Cafe Street from a close-up shot. Do you think they can take the hint from the 3 coffee beans painted against bright green background? Located right across from the Norimaru Youth Center. This mural welcomes every visitor to one of Busan's trendiest streets. So, if you are a coffee lover in Busan, you've definitely passed by this spot at least once. Let's zoom in. We have Marcela Carvalho and Amanda Carvalho, 2 cousins from Brazil. I'm going to ask you and show you the photo and ask where this is. So this is the photo I'm going to show you. Do you know where this is?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Is
No.
this your first time coming to like Jeonpo or Summon area?
Yeah, first time.
How about
we
like,
are
Korea?
Yes, first time in Korea. We are Brazilians, so we don't know. We know nothing here.
Sorry.
No problem.
So this is a kind of like a picture like that's drawn on the wall near this Jeonpo area.
Okay.
So like this is how it looks like.
Ah, lovely.
I like walking here and seeing all the
Oh,
stores and being able to just enjoy the time and looking for souvenirs and things to remember here after.
I really enjoy the people. People are so kind. They are so gentle. It's the best. We really love it.
And here we have Belen and Sean.
I've always wanted to come to Korea anyways, and he's from Ireland, I'm from the south of Spain, near the coast, so we also wanted to see the coast properly, and I know it's more of a slower pace than Seoul. So yeah, we really wanted to go visit Busan first and then Seoul, just for a little bit more craziness, and then we go home.
Okay. So what brings you to this Jeonpo Cafe Street today? Breakfast.
Yeah, we are staying very close by, and we just Google and they recommended this area for a cafe, relax and brunch and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what was your first impression of Jeonpo Cafe Street?
There's a lot of coffee places. A lot of coffee places. I know Korean culture. Your guys are very into coffee, and from Spain we're also very into coffee. But you win at how many cafe places there are. And there are so many. We met Trebonggi, who just finished a run here in Jeonpo.
카페 거기
어디죠?
베트남 카페 거기인가?
베트남 카페요. 여기가 혹시 점포에 사실까요?
네.
여기 점포 카페거리 벽화.
아, 벽화구나.
네네, 벽화입니다. 네, 이렇게 생겼거든요.
아, 네네네.
네. 혹시 점포에서 사신 지는 얼마나 되셨을까요?
한 2년?
2년 정도.
네.
그럼 점포에 거주를 하시게 된 계기가 따로 있으실까요?
서울에 있다가 부산 내려오면서 네, 살게 되었습니다. 살기는 부산이 더 좋은 것 같아요. 일단은
이유?
바다가 근처에 있고 그리고 물가도 조금 저렴한 것 같고 네, 직장만 많이 있으면 사실 부산이 더 살기가 좋지 않을까.
다 비슷한 말씀들을 하시는 것 같습니다. One of the highlights of Jeonpo is its vibrant, hip energy. You can wander through hidden alleys to find unique boutiques or grab a signature dessert in a cafe with a vintage industrial vibe. Once a busy district filled with industrial tool shops, its unique transformation was so impressive that the New York Times even listed Jeonpo as one of the 52 places to go in the world. And it's time to zoom out. I don't want to zoom out. I should, right? All right. Zoom out. See you next time.
Oh, that was so fun. This is Steve. I love it. Oh, thank you very much. 희수 PD님 고생하셨습니다. 스티브 고생하셨습니다. Steve is very funny. I love that. That was a really fun. Video. Well, how about you? Did you like that, everybody? Oh, good. So far, it was Zoom In Fairy. Steve is the Zoom In Fairy. Yes, absolutely. So it was nice to hear what other people thought about Busan. It was so... especially something that we hear a lot about people in Busan is that they are so kind. 너무 kind합니다. 그거는 맞다. They're so super. People are just super duper kind. And thank you, Steve, for taking us out there on that journey. And Marcella, Amanda, Belen, Sean, and 태봉기님 for the interviews. 이렇게 말씀해 주시는 게 진짜 오지 원조 외국인 부산 아줌마로서 진짜 자랑스럽다고 생각하는 거예요. It's really nice to not just see our city out there, but also to hear how other people are feeling about it. Did you know Jeonpo is a very important part of Busan, as most parts are, but it has a very interesting history because during the industrial boom of Korea in the 50s and 60s, 50s, 60s, yeah. So this town became really the heart of Busan's modern manufacturing industry. Now, last season, Haley brought us the story about rubber. And rubber, did you know that Busan used to be one of the biggest producers of sports shoes or tennis shoes in the world? 신기하죠? So later it turned into a bustling district crowded with mechanical tool shops and metal factories. And now these very same industrial alleyways have evolved into the cafe street that we see today. And it's really cool to see how this place, it was once, the heart of industry in Busan. It's now fueling the culture and creativity and, of course, tourism as well. It's interesting to see how these industrial places, I mean, even if you go to, for example, Yeongdo Gangganggi Maul, again, a very historical place, which is now a tourism destination based on the history, and that also has a huge amount of culture just embedded into it. And even with, there was, Liverpool and Busan are friendship cities. So a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago, there was an organizing committee, I guess, for an art project between Gangganggi Maul and a place in Liverpool. And so they brought over artists, they did lots of murals, and they turned that area into this gorgeous art village. And it's so beautiful that you can walk around that area still and hear gang, 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 gang of the ships being... so when you clean the hull of the ship, you got to hammer it. You can get the barnacles off and the rust off. And so that sound coupled with like coffee and, the view of the ocean and all of those things. It's just, Busan is a very, very unique place, a very special place. 네. 강 선생님이 said 부산영어방송 너무 좋아요. 화이팅. 고맙습니다. 화이팅 합시다. 자, yeah, that's it. I've not been to Jeonpo for a while. Jeonpo for a while. Do you know what? This went really viral before viral was really a thing. But no, actually, there was, anyway, viral. So that was like this dessert. Pak PD, you probably have tried this. You went to this cafe in Jeonpo and you got a dessert, and then also you got some hot chocolate sauce. And the dessert was like an egg. It was the shell of an egg. And you poured the hot chocolate sauce, and it melted the chocolate, and then inside there was a little dinosaur, a little chocolate dinosaur. You see it? You've never tried it? So actually, here's a secret. I'm quitting my other job. Well, I've already handed in my resignation, but from June or July, I will be only 방송, 다른 것도 다 쉬는 시간을 필요할 것 같아요. So I'm going to do lots of baking. So Pak PD, you're going to get chubby. New segment, Laura's baking segment. I love it. Anyway, listen, I think I'm about to sneeze. So let me give you a song. This is Let's Dance by Lee Taeyeon. And I'll be back with my quick dive after this.
Let's
It's time for Laura's Quick Dive. So let's quickly jump into a little bit of what's going on in my brain. Before that, though, it's 5:20 on the clock. Tuesday, the 19th of May. This is For My Busan, and I'm your host, Laura McLuckie, here on BeFM, 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, you might have seen the news about Korea's first robot monk. We also talked about it yesterday. However, have you ever seen a robot barista? I have. Robot barista. Also, I was in a certain buffet at around Yongho-dong, and they had a robot 국수 chef. 국수 chef. So you put your bowl in, and then it does the water, and it does the ingredients, and does all the things, and then yeah. 맞다. 거기서. So how about a robot marathon runner? 마라톤 선수 로봇으로? Well, recently in China, a robot marathon runner reportedly finished a half marathon about 7 minutes faster than the human world record. Duh! It's a robot. Of course. 이게 좋은 건 아니지. 아무튼 재밌어. Sorry. Oh. Let me not pandan. Let me just enjoy the story, okay? So like this, robots are gradually more and more entering areas that once were just human spaces, right? And of course, no one's going to be competing against a robot and think it's fair. However, if someone beat a robot, then we might think it was fair. But anyway, the question that naturally comes to mind, what would happen if humans and robots actually did have to compete with each other? Now, we've had situations like AlphaGo before AlphaGo was super duper 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 smart. And yeah, I think recently in a competition, there was in Silicon Valley, robots and humans, they had a package sorting contest. Right? There was a robot and there was a human intern. So at first, the human worker was much faster. However, as the time passed, the human worker started to slow down, needed to drink water, needed to go to the bathroom, took a break for dinner. And so the gap between the productivity of the robot and the worker became slower. The robot only needed its battery charged. Right? For briefly. So the final results, in the end, the human won, but by a very narrow margin. It was a 10-hour competition from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. The difference was only 190 packages. So I guess what this says is Skynet is coming, my friends. The robots are coming for us. And so what we need to do is prepare. I think unnecessary panic is not the way. I think preparing for a future that we don't really know the shape and layout of yet is very important. And make sure that when we're reading the news and when we're getting our information online, wherever, that number one, our news sources are reputable and they're trustworthy. Number two, that we're getting a diverse range of news. We don't want to only listen to what we agree with. We want to hear the opposing perspectives because it helps us maintain our stability of opinion, I guess. It helps us not go wildly down the rabbit hole of panic or catastrophizing. And yeah, perhaps, human and robot contests won't really take over. I think there might be fun experiments or entertainment, but hopefully they don't become part of everyday real life because, I don't know. I think living with Terminators is not the way we need to go. We don't need I'll be back. 오지 마, 돌아오지 마세요. 그냥 가세요. Anyway, that's all for Laura's deep dive or quick dive. Up next, this is Island in the Sun by Weezer.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a holiday, you can't find the words to say all the things
Korea Broadcast Advertising Corporation, known as KBACO, supports TV advertisement production for innovative small and medium-sized enterprises, and you can get up to 45 million won. Apply until June 1st, 6 p.m. Please visit the KBACO website for more details.
Can you hear it? Feel the sound of Busan. Your city, your story, your vibe. Tune into For My Busan.
Oh, yeah. We love this song. Do you know what? Every day is a fun day here at For My Busan. Every day is fun, right? Happy day. Every day is 진짜 너무 행복한 날입니다. 여러분도 그렇게 느끼면 너무 좋겠습니다. 같이 재밌게 매일매일 노는 게 좋아요. 아무튼, this is the segment where we make a playlist together. It's called My Busan Playlist. In fact, our Busan Playlist, because we gather your songs and your messages throughout the show, and then we play them all at the end of the show, and we choose one winner, and that person will receive a prize from us. So just FYI, this is For My Busan. It's time for your listeners' requested songs. And today's topic is the most convenient or most essential machines, devices, things, inventions in your life. In the world. Today is World Invention Day. That's why we're talking about this. So let me read the messages. 고수님 got in there first. 우리 주변에 없어선 안 될 물건은 휴대폰. 네, 맞습니다. 공중전. Let me zoom in. 나이 먹으면서 멀리서 읽기 진짜 힘들어. 자, 공중전화 시절엔 가족 번호 외우고 살았는데 맞아요. 지금은 다 모릅니다. 맞아요. 우리 요새 I don't remember anyone else's phone number except mine and my husband's. And I remember we used to remember everybody's phone numbers back in the day. 공중전화, 공중. 새로운 단어 배웠습니다. 고맙습니다. So there we go. Interesting. Daniel Inim also says, among others, BeFM should be on air, and therefore I need a smartphone for it. Yep, BeFM and smartphone together. Good. 립 서비스. 너무 좋아요. 감사합니다. And also requesting a song there. OC Orange Cat Name says, 세상에서 없어지면 안 될 가장 편리한 기계는 비행기. 비행기잖아. 비행기 아이가. 우리는 비행기 없으면 다른 나라로 갈 수가 없고 여행 갈 수는 있는데. 그래. But it would be much more difficult if there was no 비행기, you know? Do you know what? There'll be a day in the future where we say, do you know the invention I can't live without? Teleportation. And we'll say, oh, yeah, Remember when we had smartphones? Wasn't that good? That'll be what we say. Well, ish, maybe, I don't know. We've also got 5077 name texting in saying, I think it would be impossible to live without a washing machine. Since I work out, I need at least 2 pairs of socks and t-shirts a day. So I can't even imagine not having a washing machine. 근데 그거 있잖아요. The washing stone. You could do that. That's not too much trouble. And what you do is you get in the bath, you wash your body, and then you throw your clothes in afterwards, and then you wash your clothes. See? And we're saving water, saving the planet. You're welcome. And you can follow me for more life hacks. Okay, I'm going to play 2 songs. This is 왠지 느낌이 좋아 by 여행 스케치 for Daniel Lim. And then 오렌지캣님, 늘 지금처럼 by 이예예린님. And we'll play those two in a row and come back for more.
난 달라지고 있어 매일 걷던 그 길거리를 걸어도 늘 새롭게 느껴져 처음인 것처럼 온종일 구름 위를 걷는 것 같아 이 기분 조금은 두려워 너에게 푹 빠져드는 내 모습 멈출 수 없기에 하지만 왠지 느낌이 좋아 나를 사랑해줘 한번 꼭 안아줘 너에게 하고 싶은 말이야 수줍은 소녀처럼 늘 마음뿐이지만 행복한 순간이야 널 그릴 때마다 몇 번의 만남과 몇 번의 이별 후에 누군가를 또다시 만난다는 게 내겐 가장 어려운 일이 됐었는데 넌 나의 천사가 돼줄 것만 같아 우연히 거울 앞에 서면 너와의 입맞춤하는 상상에 눈을 감아버려 달콤하고 너무 짜릿해 나를 사랑해줘 한번 꼭 안아줘 너에게 하고 싶은 말이야 수줍은 소녀처럼 늘 마음뿐이지만 행복한 순간이야 널 그릴 때마다 나를 사랑해줘 한번 꼭 안아줘 너에게 하고 싶은 말이야 수줍은 소녀처럼 늘 마음뿐이지만 행복한 순간이야 나를 사랑해줘 한번 꼭 안아줘 너에게 하고 싶은 말이야 수줍은 소녀처럼 늘 마음뿐이지만 행복한 순간이야 널 그릴 때마다 왠지 느낌이 좋아
버릴 수 있어 우리 둘을 둘러싼 주변에 소문들이 방향해도 언제까지 흔들리지 마 나의 작은 실수라도 내가 부족해 보여도 늘 지금처럼 나를 믿어줘 Come on baby tonight Come on baby tonight 사랑한다는 말은 더 달콤하게 이 밤이 지나면 잊어버릴지만 그댈 보는 내 모습이 초라해지지 않게 Oh baby Oh baby tonight baby Oh baby baby tonight 그댈 보는 내 모습이 초라해지지 않게 Oh baby 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 Sugar 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 Oh sugar 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 Baby Sugar 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 Baby baby baby
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the second part of My Busan playlist. Actually, our Busan playlist. 여러분, 환영합니다. It's 5:41 on the clock, Tuesday, the 19th of May. And we're jumping right back into part two. I have got lots of messages to read. Okay, so here we go. I said, here we go. 조연철님 says, 냉장고요. 그러니까. 맞습니다. 네, 다른 건 어떻게 대체가 될 것 같은데 냉장고는 방법이 없을 것 같아요. 아니요, 방법이 있는데 너무 어려워요. 진짜 시간 많이 걸려요. 너무 힘들어요. 아니면 모든 게 fermentation 발효해야 돼요. 발효 맞아요? 발효. I just 갑자기 thought of the word 발효. Wow, amazing. Yeah, that's really hard. That's really hard to live without a 냉장고. 맞습니다. 아니면 근데 이게 다른 뭐 아주 추운 나라로 가면 괜찮을 것 같습니다. But we're not in a 추운 나라. We're in a four 계절 season. We're in a 4-season country. We've got 어디가님 saying 컴퓨터요. 예, 요즘에는 폰으로 일하는 사람들도 많긴 하지만 그래도 컴퓨터가 없으면 일을 못하고 일을 못하면 돈을 못 벌고 정답 땡동땡입니다. 그럼 저는 배달 음식을 먹을 수 없어서 너무 슬플 것 같아요. 그것도 진짜 휴대폰이 필요하잖아요. 배달 음식은 요새는 전화를 할 수가 없어요. 뭐 할 수 있긴 하지만 할 수 있지? 중국집, 옛날 집, 엄마 아빠 집. 맞다. Okay, we've got 강지훈님. I think the indispensable on a Tuesday, I like it, thing around us is a smartphone that people carry around. 맞아요. It's very true. I think most of us would say we don't want to. We could, but we don't want to live without our smartphones. You know? I think an alarm clock. An alarm clock, just a simple alarm clock. 휴대폰 말고 그냥 알림시계. 알림시계 맞아요? Alarm clock, because you need to get up for work, you know? That's a 슬픈 사실. 3647 name says, camera. If cameras never existed, we'd have no way of knowing what the past looked like at all. History preserved in photographs is a valuable asset in the modern world. 맞아요. And we've got request songs as well. I am going to play you a song, but before that, let me tell you the winner. The winner today is 강지훈님. Oh, 축하드립니다. 축하. We will get in touch with you. And hang on. There we go. Round of applause. We'll get in touch with you and we will send you a prize. 그래서 강지훈님 메시지를 놓치지 마세요. 네. And then we'll send you something delicious. All right. Your request song, Travel to Me by Buzz. And we will see you after this. Sit down. Time for Dr. McLuckie. Dr. McLuckie is here. Okay. Do you have an appointment? You don't have an appointment. Okay, I'll have to squeeze you in, I suppose. Okay, this is the segment where I use this giant encyclopedia that actually I have read not one word of, not a jot I just make it up as I go along. And the segment is where I look into this magic book of wonder and I choose a word at random, of course. And today, the word of the day is family. Family, yes. Now, whether this is your family by birth or chosen family or family that you were adopted into or family that you have opted out of, family is a word that can be very much an emotional trigger, right? Whether it's good or bad. Now, here's something. In Korea, something very interesting. Most of the time, people in Korea, especially children, adult children of Korean parents, 효도, right? 효도 is very important. In English, filial piety. But we don't really say that. It's more, I guess, it's kind of religious, I think. However, in Korea, 효도 is very important. And something that's interesting to me is my husband is Korean and I am obviously not. So he always thinks about his family first. But I always think about myself first. Obviously, not exactly, not as simple as that. But for example, he would say, oh, well, I want to do this because I want my parents to also experience this. And I do that too, but not to the extent that Koreans do. Anyway, the reason I want to talk about family is whether you have a good relationship or not with your family. For me, family is something that, of course, I love and I'm very grateful for. However, I have been working since I was 14 years old and I've not really had a break. And I said a little earlier, I'm going to 그만두고 my other job. So I have many different jobs, right? But one of my main jobs sees that I am out in the morning and then I don't come home until after Bosung in the evening. And so the picture that you can see on screen on YouTube Live is my daughter and I baking cupcakes at the weekend. And for the first time in months and months and months, because I've been writing my dissertation, for the first time in months, I've actually managed to have some family time. And two things. Number one, I feel like I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing because I work so hard that rest time feels like I'm wasting time. Do you know what I mean? It's like 일 안 하면 내가 불안해. 조금 불안해. 그래서 이게 family time은 좀 배워야 되겠다 나는. I have family time on the weekends a little bit. Like as much as I possibly can. 근데 점점 더 많아질 거예요. I'm going to have more and more family time. So I'm having to relearn what it means to spend lots of time with my family. I'm so grateful. And the second thing, I am so glad and so grateful that my children are still young and I can enjoy them as young children. Oh my goodness. Look at my daughter there baking cupcakes. So I will bring you more about my baking adventures because as of June, I will be 영어방송인 끝. That's it. Only going to have 방송 and I'm just going to spend the rest of my time looking after my family. And I'm kind of 약간 not nervous, just like 답답해 because I work so much. I love to work. So what am I going to do when it's only family? I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be new and interesting. Now or never, exactly. They will not get any younger in the future. They will only get older. So I need to do it now. And so, yeah, that's my, that's Dr. McLuckie for today. So how about you? Do you spend enough quality time with your family? If not, and it's by choice, then that's fine. If you don't spend enough quality time with family, but you want to, now is the time. 가족분들과 함께 시간을 보내는 게 진짜 특별한 거잖아요. 그래서 여러분, 지금 이 순간은 맞는 순간입니다. This moment is the right time. Okay? 진짜 우리 다 나이 먹고 있어요. Anyway, today's show was produced by Bosung, written by Hong Kyung-hwa, hosted by Laura McLuckie. The final song today is 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. I will be back with you tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday. 사랑합니다.
bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working